It is Election Day today, a big day here in Ohio. Here's a live look from the State House as we get ready to prepare to cast your ballot.
Before you vote, we do have some important reminders on what you need to know, what you need to do about identification that you need to bring to the polls to the times the polls close.
All really important information. And a big question we also hear from viewers is, where do I go? The state website, voteohio.gov, this is going to be your friend today. Here's why. A lot of people may have received a postcard just like this one in the mail, and they might say, is this legitimate? Basically, on this postcard, it tells you that your polling location has been permanently reassigned. It then lists the address of where you should vote today. Now, for people who have always voted in one spot, to suddenly get a change of notice like this can be a little unsettling and maybe even a little uncertain. So this morning, we are helping you verify if this is actually true. So we went to the website. All you have to do first is just click on this box right here that says, find your polling location. Then you'll see an entire map of the state of Ohio. Find your county, that's simple, and click right there. You're then going to see an area where you can type in your address. This will actually populate your address as you slowly type it in. Your street number, then your street address, you'll see that drop down right there. Once this portion is filled out, just hit that search button, and the state website will then list your legitimate polling location along with an actual map to make it easy for you. So again, if your polling location changed, you got one of these postcards and you want to verify, just remember where to go. Right here to this website is the best way to check it out. Clay?
All right, Angela, thank you. Don't forget there's also a new voter ID requirement that's in effect this year. A state ID like a driver's license or a federal ID like a passport card, or military ID. If you do not have a photo ID, you could still vote using a provisional ballot. However, in order for your ballot to count, you'll need to go back to the election board with your identification. Several companies are offering free ride options to help people get to the polls today. COTA waiving all fares the entire day. Leaders at the transit agencies say they're doing this to encourage people to get out and vote. Lime is also offering free rides on its scooters as well. Tracy?
Hundreds of thousands of voters have already cast their ballots, all for two issues. 10 TV News reporters Kevin Landers is live at a polling location in Clintonville. Kevin, it's those early voting numbers that really show these issues 1 and 2 are driving people out to the polls.
Yeah, I think it's going to be interesting to see what the turnout will be today. According to the Secretary of State's office, already 850,000 Ohioans have cast their ballots early. It's likely this number will surpass the early voting numbers of the August special election simply because there are more issues on the November ballot. So let's take a look at the numbers. According to the Secretary of State's daily absentee report, this is as of November 1st, last Friday saw the highest number of in-person voting in Franklin County, with more than 5,000 people casting their votes early at the Board of Elections. Sunday, the last day for in-person voting, saw just under 3,000 people casting their vote in person. Now, voters tell us issue 1 is what's driving them to the polls. The statewide ballot measure would codify abortion into the state's constitution. Those who follow politics say the outcome of issue 1 will send a loud message to the rest of the country.
I do think that this is going to say something to the nation about the degree to which voters wanted, accept, and want to see, abortion limitations pursued after the overturning of Roe v. Wade.
Now, Franklin County had nearly 52,000 people vote in person throughout the early voting period and mailed out almost 48,000 absentee ballots. Now, in Franklin County, the Board of Elections say Election Day is usually about a 60-40 split. 60% of the people will actually vote today, while 40% already voted in person. We will have live reports throughout the morning and throughout the night. Reporting live outside of Whetstone, Kevin Landers, 10 TV News.
All right, Kevin, thank you. The other big issue on the ballot is issue 2. If issue 2 passes, recreational marijuana would be legalized in the state. Medical marijuana is already legal in Ohio. This would allow anyone 21 and older to buy and possess up to 2.5 ounces of cannabis and 15 grams of extract. It would go into effect 30 days after being passed. Clay?
Well, the biggest political race on the ballot this cycle is the race for Columbus mayor. Joe Motil is challenging incumbent Mayor Andrew Ginther, who became mayor back in 2015. A lot of school districts are also counting on voters in a big way today with levies on the ballot. None bigger than Columbus City Schools. The tax levy would raise almost $100 million. CCS says the money will help to improve athletic stadiums, upgrade classrooms, playgrounds, and cafeterias, and additional teachers. District leaders say a levy failure will mean significant cuts to staffing. We will have all of these topics covered today with our all-day election coverage. Now, at 7 o'clock tonight, we have a half-hour special newscast devoted to the election. Starting tonight at 9, we will also have a live stream with real-time results and analysis. It can also be found on our YouTube page and on 10 TV+. If you have any questions you need answered before heading to the polls, just text the word VOTE to the number right there on your screen, 614-460-3345. We will send you a link straight to your phone.